Hey guys, and welcome to test server 8.5. And I'm gonna go through the new German tanks. And we start out with a new tier 7 light tank, which is the Aufklärungspanzer, or the Aufklärungspanzer. Yeah, Aufklärungspanzer. I had to read that right. Panzer Panther. So this is the tank that follows after the VK 2801. After it got bumped up, and this is the reason, because they already had tanks ready lined up for the tank to be able to continue into. And well, that is the Aufklärungspanzer Panther, and this little tank is a light tank, so a tier 7 scout tank. And yeah, it's just tier 7 scout tank, really. The games I've had, I will show games of these tanks, but the games I've had in this one haven't been particularly good, because as we can see, the gun, it isn't really that fabulous. It gets a lot of penetration, but more importantly, the aim time, which is 2, it's not that fast. Fires 12 rounds per minute, fairly slow actually, with that kind of damage. The top speed is 60, but the acceleration isn't all that great because it is a heavy tank. So it's a heavy light tank, and the armor, nah, still German tanks. And the traverse speed 40, pretty good, but we're gonna see amazing traverse speed on the later tanks. So comparing this to that, the later ones won't be fair actually, because I don't really see what this tank has going for it actually. But we're gonna see games, and I'm probably gonna point it out there if anything good comes from this one. But we move on to the Indian Panzer, and I'm really happy to see a new type of. It reminds me of the Löwe turret. Of course, it's a little bit smaller because the Löwe turret goes all the way out here, and a little fatter, and the cupola is not as small as on the Löwe. This one is really big, and it's really pointing out here, so you will just be able to hit right here and fully penetrate it. But this tank, it has insane gun traverse, and you're gonna see that or the turret traverse, of course. You're gonna see that in some of the games where I just turn the turret, it seems to be reacting really fast, and you can be able to turn your turret really fast. The speed limit has been slowed down a little because it is jumped over into a medium line now, so we're down to 50 speed, 50 speed limit, 50 kilometers an hour. And the hull armor and turret armor has been upgraded a little bit, but again, German tanks, not that much. But the gun is actually really great. 212 penetration with 240 damage. It's really good, fairly good. Aim time, long. Accuracy, fairly decent. And 8 rate of fire. That's pretty good actually. And we're gonna see I actually thought this was also classified as a scout tank because I got into a lot of big games. But that's of course just the matchmaker messing up a little bit, and not really letting me get into a game where it's tier 8s and 9s and such, because people are playing a lot of tier 9s and 10s, because that is what people want to test the most when they have the chance. And but yeah, that's the Indian Panzer. So let's move on to the Leopard Prototype A, or Leopard Prototype A. This tank, I really like this tank. It's the traverse, insane. Speed limit, insane. Gun traverse, pretty good. Gun, insane. And yeah, this gun, the accuracy, awesome. And the aim time, somewhat of, it can be, well, you're gonna see some games with it, so you're gonna see how fast it actually aims, and I'm gonna talk about that as well. The rate of fire, fairly slow for such a big gun. You can go down a bit and get the same gun that the previous tank had. You don't want to do that because it jumps in every single stat and just goes from meh to amazing. As you can see, 268 penetration on a tier 9 medium tank. That is unheard of on any other medium tank. It's always low penetration, and then you get into the tier 10, and then it's high penetration. And 340, that's very good as well. It's like any of the other, or most of the other tier 9 tanks, tier 9 medium tanks, tier 9 medium tanks, of course. Yeah, I actually prefer this tank over the Leopard 1, just because of the matchmaking you get with it. It's a little bit more favorable, and if you can survive not being able to shoot one more shell per minute, as you can see, bump into the Leopard 1, it only fires 0.67 shells more per minute. So it's not really that much when you think about it, but in tier 10s it is needed. And as you can see, the accuracy has just gone insanely good. Gone insanely good? It's just become insanely good from 0.34 or 2. Let's just go back and check. Yep, 0.32. And the accuracy, or the aim time, has also gone dramatically down. And well, it's the same on the gun. It is the tier 10 gun on the Leopard Prototype A. So yep, no real buffs anywhere apart from rate of fire. And as I said, I actually prefer the other tank to this tank, but you're gonna see games in both of them, or all four of them, and some other tanks which have been added. But as you can see, the speed limit is just insane, and the traverse speed insane. You're gonna see that in the games when I have to turn. It just turns on a dime. It's insane. And let's also take a look at the new Russian or USSR tanks, which is the T60. Little bugger here, not that fast, 45 kilometers an hour. The gun, pretty good for a tier 2. 58 penetration, fires quite fast. You're gonna see games with these. I'm just gonna go through them, and the T70 as well, and same speed, but the gun gets an upgrade and more rate of fire, 75 penetration now, and the damage 55. And the T80 then, it's still the same speed limit, and the turret on the on one side of the tank. And as you can see here, I have not picked this one, which is the fast firing gun. I've picked this one, which actually just carries over from the other tank, but it has a lot more rate of fire, accurate, and aim time is great. So let's just check. Oh, that's not it. That's it. And as you can see, it just got a lot better, like a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna take these guys for a spin as well. And then we are also going to, I'm just gonna go into the tech tree because I haven't unlocked this yet. Also going to take a ride in the VK3001D, and this is the predecessor to the VK3002DB. Have they changed that to the D? Okay, it's just called D now. It's not the DB. That's a little bit weird. But as we can see in the stats, the difference is same speed limit, traverse speed a little bit worse. Of course, worse armor, and the gun is also pretty. It is a tier 6 medium tank, so the gun is thereby, and well, the VK3601 still is a medium tank, even though it is a medium heavy tank. But yeah, that is basically it. What is going to be added in the new patch? There's lots of little changes in the game. Oh, we also have the VK 2001D here, which I'll also be taking a drive in one of the videos coming up. But I just wanted to make this video quickly, and I'm gonna throw up one game with the Indian Panzer, where I do good in a tier 10 battle out of all battles. So yeah, let's jump straight into that one.